네, 안녕하세요. 데일리팜 황명호 기자입니다. K-의료시술에 대한 관심이 글로벌에서도 높아지고 있는데요. 오늘 재생 에스테틱과 안정성을 중심으로 패러다임 변화에 대해서 네덜란드 피부과 전문의 조나단 카도우시 박사님과 이야기 나눠보도록 하겠습니다. Hello, nice to meet you.
Hi, thank you for having me. My name is Dr. Jonathan Kadouche.
앞서서 말씀 주실 때 적절한 제품을 선택하는 것이 중요하다라고도 말씀을 주셨는데요. 어쨌든 환자 상태에 따라서 또 질환을 막론하고 맞춤형 또 적절한 시술을 하는 건 굉장히 중요할 수밖에 없을 것 같은데요. 그런 부분에 대해서 또 제품, 올바른 제품이라는 말씀을 주셔서 또 어떤 분 조언해 주실 수 있을 것 같은지 여쭤보고 싶습니다.
Well, that's a very good question as well. So what I always look for in a brand, because I always say from my point of view, if you look at complications or adverse events, there are three factors involved: the patient, the doctor, and the product. And all these three factors can influence the occurrence or the avoidance of a complication. And for me, a product, to choose my product and its safety, I always look at what's already present in the scientific publications. The more publications a product has, showing also its safety, the more I'm confident and reassured to use this product. So I always look at science. And within for example, the biostimulators, there's the main KAHA brand has a lot of data, a lot of publications, amazing. But there are also other biostimulators, maybe with other type of basic molecules. And they're new on the market and it's very popular. But if you look on the science, there's almost no data. For me, I would not be, I would be quite reluctant in starting to use those type of new products.
약간 엑스트라 퀘스천인데 환자분들이 한국에서도 난 이 제품 꼭 써고 싶다 라고 요구하는 경우들이 상당히 많은 걸로 이제 알고 있습니다. 아무래도 미용 시술, 또 메디컬 에스테틱 분야이기 때문에 또 그런 부분들이 강하게 나타날 것 같은데요. 의료진분들이 환자분들을 설득하는 과정들도 어쩔 수 없이 필수적으로 나타날 것 같은데 아무래도 과학적 근거를 말씀 주셨지만 미용에서 목적성을 가지고 오는 만큼 그 설득이 좀 어려울 수도 있겠다라는 생각이 들거든요. 어떻게 생각하시는지 궁금합니다.
So I totally agree with you. So you see that some new developments, some new products really hit the marketing very well. They hit some sweet spot, they know how to formulate their marketing, and then patients pick up on that. And especially with social media nowadays, once something becomes trending, it goes very quickly. And as a doctor, it's very difficult to move against these type of trends. I still think it's important to stick to your ethics and to your own beliefs. And I think most of these patients, although they are following trends, because I see them in my clinic as well, the moment I can explain them with a rationale why I would choose maybe a slightly variant version of this product, but with science, they usually follow my advice. So I think the moment you can explain it to them why, I think a lot of patients can be convinced to go for safety. And I think also that social media poses more challenges to the doctors nowadays, especially in aesthetics, because what you see is that a lot of patients come with images and results they've seen in social media which are not truly realistic. First of all, because every patient is different in anatomy, and second of all, maybe some results have been modified or been enhanced for social media to get more patients. And I think because of this, patient education has become a very important factor for the aesthetic doctor nowadays, that you have to really explain your patients better what is realistic and what is not, and what is safe products and what is not.
네, 재생 에스테틱 관련해서 한국 의료진분들과 만나서 또 다양한 논의들도 발표도 하신 걸로 알고 있습니다. 한국 의료진분들이 또 궁금하셨던 부분도 있으실 것 같아요. 그럼 어떤 부분들을 좀 궁금해 하셨는지, 그리고 또 반대로 박사님께서는 어떤 또 조언들을 해주셨는지도 궁금합니다.
Well, that's a very nice question. So there was this complication symposium yesterday, which I was invited to attend. And I think this is a very good development, that there's more focus on complications. Like I said, every medical treatment, whether it's aesthetic or regular medical treatment, has a potential for complications. And although we want our patients to become happy, that's the purpose, sometimes something can happen. And complications was a long time put like under the table. You don't talk about it. But I think it helps aesthetics getting better if you discuss it with each other. And yesterday was a lot of discussion on what type of complications can occur and how can you best deal with them. But also the discussion was around how can you prevent them. And I think that is also very important. And what we see is that, like I said before, that Korea has a very good reputation in development and in scientific publications. They contribute a lot to the aesthetic field worldwide. So that also was reflected yesterday during the symposium about the high level of knowledge and questions that were asked about how to deal with complications and how to prevent them. So there was a very nice and quite deep into the matter a symposium that we could have.
네, 감사합니다. 오늘 재생 에스테틱 시장에 대해서 이야기를 또 나눠봤는데요. 오늘 박사님께서 안전한 시술 그리고 합병증 관리에 대한 논의들도 참 반갑다라고 표현을 해주셨습니다. 메디컬 에스테틱 시장과 관련해서 앞으로 또 어떻게 변화할 것으로 마지막 전망 한번 여쭤보면서 오늘 마지막 질문 드려보도록 하겠습니다.
So I think if you look at the future of aesthetics, I think the regenerative aesthetics is getting a very major big role. You see that a few trends are happening. First of all, we're still moving away from invasive to do everything as much as possible minimally or non-invasive, and I think that trend is going to continue. But what we also see is that we're focusing more and more and in a better way on improving skin quality, because the skin is actually the most challenging organ in aesthetics. If you have too much volume in the fat layer, you can take it out. If you have too much tissue, you can surgically correct it. Too much muscle movement, you can do botulinum toxin. Or if you have too less volume, you can add volume. But the moment the skin quality is not good, that's actually the most challenging thing. And I think we're going to have a trend in more new products, more new strategies going to improve that skin quality. In also another trend, which is combining treatments a lot. So the different modalities using together, all to have this improvement effect on skin quality. So I think this is a trend we're going to see more and more in aesthetics.
조나단 카도우시 박사님과 메디컬 에스테틱에 대한 이야기 나눠봤습니다. 미용 시술의 효과만큼이나 또 안정성이 중요하다는 말씀 주셨는데요. 이러한 균형점을 잡는 것이 이런 메디컬 에스테틱 시장의 발전에도 매우 중요한 요소가 될 것 같습니다. 앞으로도 데일리팜 이런 좋은 내용들 잘 담아서 인사드릴 수 있도록 하겠습니다. 감사합니다.